Hello everybody, it's Jules by Jude here. This is a piece I wanted to show you that I did with the what I call the Giraffe cane. And that's the Swarovski crystals. I'm not sure about this piece. I haven't made my mind up if I'm going to keep it this way. But it's a start. The designing sometimes takes way longer than making the piece. So anyhow, I'm going to show you one more example of the giraffe cane, you might say, and you can make up your mind which way you'd like to do it, whether you'd like to do it the first version or the second one, but I figured I'd give you an option. So I'm about to show you how it goes. See you in a minute. Okay everybody, I'm back from showing you what I did with that one piece, which actually is not finished. Well, it could be. I'll stare at it for another week. If I like it, it'll become what it is. If that makes any sense at all. I might change up some beads here or there. I'm gonna have to say, I think I was going for a cross between a dainty and a organic look. And sometimes when they mesh, they look okay. Sometimes they don't. So if it grows on me, or if I like it, and I'll go with it. But what I did want to comment on and stress is, sometimes making these pieces is one thing, and then putting them together to make an art piece or to make a piece of jewelry art takes a lot longer. So I think the best thing to do is to grow your accessories, and your findings and your beads by making them, and obviously they're Swarovski crystals. So that way when you create, you'll find that you'll have a lot more choice to choose from, and your creativity will grow. I'm just speaking generally, not specifically to polymer clay. But that is what I have been learning over the last couple years, that I've been doing this in all different areas. That said, I wanted to give you one quick option to the quote-unquote giraffe cane that I'm calling it at this point, that I just figured you might want to see. Plus there's a couple more cutters here too. My original piece you saw was one that was done by the cutter was the RJ Crafts Soft V, and that was the original one. And then the second one was it wasn't that one, it was this one, because these are different, by the way. They look a lot like, but they're different. This is much more bend, and this has a lot less. This is more, you could use either way. And this is one of my favorites, of course. I use it a lot. So I thought, well, stop using everything. Maybe they want to see it in another view. So I brought out these cutters that I have used before. And the one thing about these metal, everybody will tell you, if you haven't and you don't already know, this leaves an impression on the inside. That's the problem with the metal ones. But you also probably see a lot of people still use these. So they cut very well, but you'll have to get that spot out of there once you do cut it. So I'll show it to you in different forms. Hopefully I'll get them out. This is the cane itself that I was talking about. This is the plug that I used to make the cane. Now, if you watched the previous video, you'll notice that I took different sizes, okay, cut them individually and placed them on a veneer. That in a nutshell is what I did. after I created the plug, of course. And there's also a video on that in that video. But this today is what we're going to do is the same thing with the round pieces. We're going to piece that together and slice it, and we can either keep it the same way as it is, or we'll put a backing on it. And I think that's what, no, I didn't do it with that one. No, I have not made a piece on video with this, so hang in there. We'll check it out. So first thing you want to do is reduce this, okay? Just as it was. Now, what you could do is just, if you watch the other video, you probably could skip past this, but I think I'm going to show you at least one or two of how I created this, even though hopefully many of you saw it. But if you didn't, that's fine. You'll get the gist of it, and you can go from there because you can do different sizes. So you pretty much want to decide here, what's my big piece size going to look like? Okay, because I could even reduce this if I wanted to, but I actually didn't want to, and I'll show you that reason why in a minute. I'm at least not yet, anyhow. So, okay, let's see. We can get this out. Okay, I noticed that Samantha is putting out a lot of beginner videos that are really, really good videos to watch, what kind of clays to use, and some other things. So I've got an air bubble going on here. Pretty sure I saw it somewhere. I always want to try to get those out. Also, I'm going to get the information because I believe I'm going to do it. It's a subscription for $99 for the year with a lot of polymer clay artists, and I think I would benefit from it. So I'm still mulling it over like I am my necklace over there. So I'll let you know if I do choose, and I'll also put that link, or I'll if I know how to put that link on there. I'm still new at, for sure at this YouTube stuff. Okay, so if I wanted this to be the bigger piece, the bigger tube, I would stop and cut it. Really what I like to do is get it at least 4 inches, which I'm not even at the 4 inches. And you don't want to roll it too much. Squeeze it down. Let's see, I want to start to get into some more sophisticated caning to add to my talent. So that probably will help me a lot. So yeah, I will get that information, I promise. And that way anybody that's paying any attention to me will have that information that they could use for themselves as well. I'm going to just take a little bit off each side. I did a Bargello with this scraps too, by the way. It came out really cool. So, okay. So I'm calling this my big chunk. And now what I'm going to do is downsize and reduce this piece to the next smallest size. And I think I'll try to bring it down 4 inches, maybe 3. Maybe 3 inches. Because I want to make a bunch of little ones as well. So I may not have enough in this cane. I think I used some from another cane to make that other one, to be honest with you. It doesn't have to be exact. Now see what I'm doing? I'm booting that up against that. So I'm going to do one more to show you. I don't know why I'm doing that. Here we go. I'm going to do one more to show you approximately how this baby was created, okay? I'd like to put another one on that actually. You get the gist. One day. There are so many videos out there. Seriously. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to add to this just a little bit. And now that I have that down, I'm going to go cut. I think I'd like to have some over here. Now this one's going to look a little squished or squeezed, however. Because I want to layer it like so. Add to it. That side seemed like it had a void, so I'm glad I decided to do that. So you understand what I just did, I'm sure. If not, please ask questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Now what I'm going to do now is just incorporate this one last piece I have here. Okay. Push this down. Push this down. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I have a choice. I can make this into a veneer, which means I would be cutting very tiny slices. Thin, very thin slices. And I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest with you. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's see here. I like it. Of course, I like this pattern. This will probably be the last one I do with this pattern unless I decide to change my necklace, which I don't know. I just don't know. I think I have to pick organic or not. Alright. Now I'm going to cut this away from you and towards me because I make better cuts that way. And it's going to look chunky at first. And I'm going to try to get them as equal as possible. Also, if you notice, I'm not turning this cane. Okay? Which in a lot of instances you should. Okay, so, but mine or ours, if we're playing together, not necessary. I'll tell you why. I can manipulate them quite well, just like so. Okay, now I got an awfully big clump of clay here. Okay, now I am going to put this together just as I would with a veneer, but I'm hoping not to have to go down that low. Thin. I really don't want to go that thin. I also could probably put this through your pasta machine on your thickest level because that's how thick our pieces are, and you get a more equal and even piece, which is what I think I may do. Cross my fingers. Okay. Let's see here. wasn't too bad. I get here a piece of what's going on here. I'll cut it out. Let's show them all my biggest and largest here. Okay, that didn't come out too bad. It did not stretch too much. I still want to get my fingerprints from holding on to it maybe out of there. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's talk about it a little bit. I don't like this. Right here. But I do like the rest. So what I think I'll do is start taking pieces out this way. I think this is the one I will not be able to use for sure. Okay? I'll have to use it in a different video, or maybe I'll cut some slices off of here. Okay? And I'm staying away from the area I don't like. That's all. And maybe you like it, I don't, but maybe you do. So, you just need to make your mind up what area best suits you and your taste. And go from there. Do that. You don't need to get all of every single wrinkle out unless you're me. It's gonna come close. Alright. Let's see where we was. Oh, I like that, I think. Nope. Maybe over. Turn. Interesting. Go. Alright, now with these cutters and this plastic, and I'm using the plastic so that I don't have to use a border if I don't want to on the actual pendant, because it'll curve, it'll bevel over. Not very rough, but I do want to make sure it goes down into that plastic, because, and actually I think this is a thicker plastic. Here's where I probably won't have a problem, is with this metal cutter. I don't want to get too close, because they're sharper. They will definitely go through. No, hopefully. Alright, here's the little paisley. And since it's smaller, I want smaller pieces in that. Like smaller designs. There we go. Now I can even make more out of this. Let's see. I always do earrings. As such. Maybe I'll do another one. These won't be too big for earrings, will they? You know what? I'll do this. Let me make sure I'm away from all my other cuts. Alright, push that down. Yeah, they could be earrings. And then, if I wanted to, these could be earrings. And I want that small piece in there if I can get it. Mind it? Okay. Now I'm going to lift this up. And we're going to see how well everything cut. It looks like we did pretty good. Honestly, well, I was going to say you could probably use those, but all right. Now, I want to see if you see how I see it. Hopefully you do. This one is a little bit curvy. This is not like my usual one. So I'm not sure how I'll handle that. As far as where I'm going to put the hole. I think I might put the hole up here. And let that dangle. Now with the earrings on this side, if I use these as earrings, you see where I was able to capture that and that. That will make good, like they're not identical, but they're got some very similar patterns in there. Now with this one here, this is a cabochon like, and I tried to do the same here. See that? I have the two squares. I'm just telling you what I was going for here. And it looks like it came out pretty good. Now because I'm on my tile, I'm going to go ahead and bake it. Okay? But I am going to end the video here because you've already seen things that we've made out of this already. And I just wanted to show you a little bit more because I had so much of the cane left and I wanted to show you how I was going to use up most of it. I still have some left and we might be doing some rainbow designs as well, but I want to look into some more caning. So, but for this week or for most of this week, whichever it may turn out to be, we're done with the giraffe cane unless something crops up or pops up. There you go. If you like this video, like it. If you like it, share it, and if you shared it, consider subscribing or asking others to. So, thank you. God bless. See you soon.